Hi, today's story about Moscow Marathon. I didn't plan run full marathon this year. That's supposed to be a half year. Half marathon in Naples, half Ironman in Czech Republic, and this is it. That was supposed to be enough. But my trip to Moscow unexpectedly changed everything. I came here for just a week on family matters. And suddenly found out that Moscow Marathon would take place during my stay. And registration was still open just 2 days before the start. So I decided it was my destiny. But I was lucky. I had my training shoes with me. Not racing ones, but better than nothing. Also, who am I kidding? If I didn't, I just had to buy a new pair there in Moscow. So I registered on the race. I've got my BIP number. It was kind of surreal. More than 20,000 people ran a marathon in one day. The scale of the event is really impressive. The organization also surprised me in a good way. Picking up the BIP, backdrop, back return after the race, even medal engraving, everything worked quickly and without waiting in line. The only place where I had to wait was, of course, the toilets. One thing that disappointed me a bit, there was no original finisher's t-shirt. I had to buy a regular event t-shirt separately. To me, finisher shirt is something special. It's what you wear proudly after the race. It's proof that you've done it. But just an official t-shirt that anyone can buy, it's not the same. To be fair, it's not only in Moscow. The same was in Prague, for example. So, start. Usually, for me, the marathon is the highlight of the season. Something I prepared for months in advance. So, standing at the start line when just 2 days ago I was sure it was my relaxation period was kind of strange. But anyway. The forecast promised 25-27 degrees, and I thought it would be kind of hot for running. But in reality it was closer to 22 degrees, which turns out just about perfect. So the race. The first kilometers felt really hard. I pushed as much as I could, but my pace wouldn't go faster than 6 minutes per kilometer. I thought maybe I'm even in worse shape than I expected. Well, I'll just try to survive until the finish. Then, around the 10th kilometer, I suddenly caught up with 3:44 marathon pace group. Their target pace was 5:19 per kilometer. That's when I realized something was wrong with my GPS. That pacer group had started about 5 minutes earlier than me, so I continued with them. And when I crossed a half marathon mark alongside with them, I was still feeling great. My personal best for the marathon is 3:43. For a moment I even thought, wow, I had a real chance to break my personal record. Still running with the pacer group was really fun. The pacer didn't even look like he was running, more like taking a brisk walk. He was constantly joking, sometimes even singing songs. But by the time I got closer to the 30-kilometer mark, the consequences of the fast start, or maybe just the lack of proper preparation, began to show. I started to fall behind. By the way, if there was one thing that disappointed me a bit, it was food on aid stations. Mostly bananas and oranges. Gels were available only at 2 points along the entire 42 kilometers. Personally, I'm fine with fruit. But I know a lot of runners rely on gels, and they would have been disappointed. The amount of runners sometimes caused bottlenecks when road narrowed. Though, to be honest, in Moscow traffic jams are not surprising. At the last 5 kilometers I just clenched my teeth, determined not to let myself start walking, and finish the distance running. And that's when the crowd support really saved me. The spectators in Moscow were absolutely amazing. There were so many of them all along the course, clapping, cheering, holding sides, playing music. Especially closer to the finish were dozens of people reaching out their hands for the high fives. And it really worked. Every high five gave me a real boost of energy. In the last 500 meters I even managed to speed up and cross the finish line not dragging my legs but like a real runner. Crossing finish line, well, I wasn't breaking any records.
I did it.
In fact, the time was slower than my average marathon. But given wrong shoes, wrong pace, not real preparation, I'll take it. Later I checked my splits, and it turned out that I ran the first half at an average pace of 450 per kilometer. No wonder I completely died at the last 10 kilometers. But anyway, here it is, my medal. Proves that sometimes the best races are unexpected. So that was my Moscow Marathon, not the best result. Many people would probably say, it was stupid to run the marathon I only learned 2 days before the start. But for me, I felt like my hometown prepared a surprise when I came to visit. And there was no way I could say no. Like this video and subscribe, because next time I tell you the story of my second Ironman in Austria.